Welcome to AICS Mentorium Data Handling in Python. In this video, you will learn different types of operators in Python. Let us begin with the arithmetic operators. Python provides the operators to manipulate data. Let us take two variables, say A is equal to 5, B is equal to 2. Now, if I use addition operator A plus B, I get 7. This is addition operator. But if suppose I do A minus B, I get 3. A star, that is multiplication. A star B gives 5 to the 10. A divided by B, that is a slash. Slash is the operator which acts as a division operator. 2.5. What if suppose I want to find the remainder? A modulus B. So the remainder is 1. So if I divide 5 by 2, I get the remainder 1. So percentage is nothing but your modulus operator which returns the remainder after doing the division. Now A slash slash B. This is known as a floor division. So by doing normal division over here, you got 2.5. But when we do floor division, we get only the integer part, discarding the decimal part. So we get an integer which is present before the decimal point. Next, we'll see A star star B. Star B is star is known as exponent operator. So if I do A star B, it is equivalent to A raised to B. That is 5 raised to 2 is nothing but 5 square. That is 5 5 is 25. So these are all the arithmetic operators that we have seen. Now let us see the comparison operators when we want to compare two values. Whatever. Say for example, I write A is equal to B. It gives me false. Why? Because the value of A is 5 and the value of B is 2. So A is equal to B. If I say, then it is a false statement. A is not equal to B. So A equal to B results into false. Same way, if I write A is not equal to B, then it gives me true. Why? Because A is 5 and B is 2, so they are not equal. Now let us see. A is greater than equal to B. You get true because 5 is greater than 2. A is less than equal to B. It gives me false because 5 is not lesser than 2. Let us see now the logical operator. The logical operators are A and or not. So let us see now how this works. So say for example, I write A is equal to 2 and B is equal to 2. What am I saying? A is equal to 2. So it is comparing whether this statement is true or false. And B is equal to 2. It is saying that whether B is equal to 2. Now A is equal to 2 is a false statement and B is equal to 2 is a true statement. So this results into false. The in and operator, logical operator, when any one condition is false, it results into false. Now let us see. A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 2. What does it result into? It results into true. Why? Because both the conditions are true. A is having 5 and B is having 2. So A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 2 results into true. When both the conditions are true, then the AND operator will result the statement as true, otherwise false. Now let us see OR logical operator. Say A is equal to 5 or B is equal to 3. This results into true. Why? Because A is equal to 5. This condition is true. But B is equal to 3 is false statement. Why? Because B is not 3. B is equal to 2. So when any one condition is true, the OR operator results into true. Overall true. Only when both the conditions are false. Say for example, I write A is equal to 6 or B is equal to 7. Here now A is equal to 6 is a false statement. Why? Because A is having 5. B is equal to 7 is also a false statement. Why? Because B is 2. Then when both the conditions are false, the OR statement results into false. So this is what is OR operator, logical OR operator. So any one condition when it is true and another one is false, the AND results into false. Only when both the conditions are true, the AND operator will result into true output. Whereas in case of OR, any one condition is, if suppose it is true and the another one is false, then it will result into true because it is OR. Okay, and only when both the conditions are false, it results into false. Now let us see the NOT operator. That is nothing but the negation. Say for example, I write not A is equal to 5. Now see, A not A equal to 5. Now if you see A equal to 5 is a true statement. Now not of true is what? False. So it negates the true to false and false to true. So A is equal to 5 is a true statement because the value of A is 5. But when we give not A equal to 5, it results into false. Why? Because it negates the true and it becomes false. Now let us see not A not equal to 5. Now see what do you get? You get true. Why? Because this statement A is not equal to 5 is a false statement. Basically, it is a false statement. So not of false is what? True. So this is what is the not operator, logical not operator, which results into what do we call it as a negation. Okay. So true becomes false, false becomes true. Okay. Now let us see the assignment operator. Assignment operator is nothing but assigning value to the variable, and say for example I am writing x is equal to 5. So it has assigned the value 5 to x. Now let us see a plus equal to 2. Now a is having 5. Now I am doing a plus equal to 2 and then I check what is the value of 2, what is the value of a, so it becomes 7. So it adds to 5 2 and stores it in a. So it is something like a is equal to a plus 2. So these two statements are equivalent. So these two statements are equal. So here we use the arithmetic operator with equal to. So whatever operation you want to do, that operation is done and the value is saved in that same variable. That is what is done. The next operator is identity operator, is and is not. Now let us see this. Say for example a is equal to 5, b is equal to 2. I am giving the values freshly, the new value. A is equal to 5, b is equal to 2. Now let us see a is b false. Why? Because a, the value of a, that is 5, is not equal to the value of b. So a is b, it gives me false. Now if I say a is not b, so it gives me true. Why? Because a is having value 5 and b is having value 2. So they are not same. So a is not b. This is what we call it as a identity operator. Is and is not. These are the two identity operators. Now let us see the membership operator. Say for example, I have got a list L. L is equal to, in square bracket, some elements I'm giving 10, 20, 30, 40. Now whether it is a list or a tuple or a string, the membership operator just checks whether that element is present in that particular list, tuple or string or not. Say for example L. So our list is having the values 10, 20, 30, 40. Now let us see. I write 10 in L. It results into true. Why? Because 10 is present in the list L. What if suppose I write 10 not in L? It results into false. Why? Because 10 is present in L. Same way if I write 50 not in L. So it results into what? True statement. Why? Because 50 is not in L. If I write 50 in L. So it results into false. Why? Because 50 is not present in the list L. So when we use membership operators, we can use any of the sequence data types, that is the list, the tuple, or the string. So this was all about the different types of Python operators that we use in the programming. If you have liked this video, then kindly subscribe, like, and share to your friends. Thank you.